Nigeria. You know, if you're a regular, you already know how we do it here. I'll read to you headlines from The Punch, The Vanguard, This Day newspaper, The Sun, The Nations, The Guardian newspaper, The Nations also, and then we'll get to talk the big stories. Now, without wasting time, let's start this morning. We'll start with This Day newspaper. The first headline here says federal government vows to award oil assets to only companies with proven capacity during future bid rounds. Fubara signs 800 billion naira budget into law. Tinubu having Akpabio Abbas at my side as NAS leaders enough to make me succeed. These are the headlines there in This Day newspaper. Now let's go to other newspapers this morning to take a few of the headlines there. Okay, we'll begin with the Vanguard newspaper. Now, the Vanguard newspaper this morning says 4 more Rivers commissioners resign from office. World Igbo Congress urges Supreme Court to free Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. That's in the Vanguard newspaper. We are transforming Nigeria with support of the National Assembly, says Tinubu. And still in the Vanguard newspaper, Edo Guba will support whoever PDP picks. Governor Basiki says. Ondo crisis, past events cause us delay, says Ayeda Tiwa. Now to the Punch newspaper. Fuel price rejects World Bank 750 naira per litre proposal. NLC warns the federal government. Aviation agencies, 50 directors sack, EFCC grilled, and NACA chiefs. And still in the Punch, kidnappers return to Lagos, adopt 2, demand 500 million naira ransom. Niger gets 25,000 South Korean grant for water project. Akpabio allegedly slumps after birthday colloquium. And still in the Punch newspaper, Delta LG gives Okere Urobo ultimatum to resolve youth leadership crisis. Lagos pays a 4.2 billion naira WAEC fees in 4 years, says Sanwo-Olu. And now to the Daily Trust newspaper, to pay demolished shops owners 3 billion naira. And a move to end Wike Fubara's rift has collapsed, says APC. Tinubu's move to end Fubara's rift collapsed. He said that's collapsed, so says APC. Now, FCTA crushes 639 impounded motorcycles. World Bank, Nigeria among developing countries that service debt with 443.5 billion naira. That's what is being reported here in the Daily Trust. Nigerians seeks more help from us to tackle terrorism. To the Nation's newspaper, fear of seat at home in Southeast over Supreme Court verdict on Kanu. That's the stories in the Nation's newspaper. Slim allocation threatens Edo-Ondo governorship polls. Others, says INEC. And Tinubu, we are working with lawmakers to fix economy. I am for peace, Ayeda Tiwa declares after resumption. And we have, let's move to the Sun newspaper because of time. We have here ex-Anambra Governor Ezeife dies at 85. 2024 budget, INEC rejects 40 billion naira allocation. Rep 6 skill transfer for foreign companies. And still in the Sun, Jigawa identifies 240 ghost workers among temporary teachers. Now, these are your headlines this morning from all of these newspapers. Let's move straight now to look at the top stories this morning so we could discuss them. I'm connecting with Rufai Oseni. He's my regular analyst on the program, and hopefully I'll connect with Obed also this morning so that we could have another perspective to all of the stories. Now, I have Rufai Oseni on the line. Good morning to you, sir.
Bless you, Mary. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. God bless you. And tomorrow is our patio. Yeah, to our VOP appreciation party.
Yes, it
I'll
is.
try to pop in if I feel a lot better. Just a little under the weather, but I'll try to pop in myself.
Yeah.
So we come and dance and make merry. And thank you so much, all of our listeners.
Yes, yeah. And we're getting ready. Almost putting finishing touches to the event tomorrow.
Come one, come all, like they say. Come one, come all.
Now to the story here. Let's start with River State. You said it yesterday that it just started. We're keeping scores. Now we see here that 4 more Rivers commissioners, they resigned from office. We read yesterday that Fubara had demolished the assembly complex. And we are watching. The crisis in River State, if it's not nip in the bud, it might turn to something else. It's getting interesting every day.
I mean, so I'm counting scores. I think now, if I'm to count scores, I think I was counting 5-3 before. Now it's 5-4. Because it was just only yesterday, I was asking one of a reporter on another platform I was, that has the governor taken a decision yet on some of the cabinet members that are loyalists of Wiki? And they said, no, like I knew something was going to happen about that. Because now, in a game of chess, when it's all or nothing, when you've got nothing to lose, now you start to play your cards. So like I knew it, as I said it in the morning, in the afternoon, then the commissioners started to leave, started to turn in their resignation. So a purge is going on. So 2 things might have been involved. Either the governor might have urged them to leave, or they might have gotten instructions from Wiki, to be able to leave. So once the purge is even Stevens now, because in a game of power chess like this, so there are 3 phases to a game of power chess.
Yeah.
Number 1, the deceit stage. The deceit stage means that the 2 people are fighting for power, but they are deceiving others and they're acting like everything is right. One person keeps managing the other person, but they know they are deceiving themselves. So they passed that stage long ago. The deceit stage ended when, they tried to make an attempt at impeachment at Fubara and he fought back, making that move and all of that. And that rancor that happened at the State House of Assembly and the bombing and all of that, that was the deceit stage. So after the deceit stage, the second stage mostly is really the alignment stage. Now you've seen those that are aligned with Wiki, they've pitched their tent. And you see that those that are aligned with Fubara, they've pitched their tent. So probably there's a purge in the state cabinet. The third stage normally is the strike and counter-strike stage. So that third stage too has started. There have been strikes and counter-strikes, and it will keep going on and on. So I think the next stage now, I predict that what will happen next probably in my analysis will be that those 27 lawmakers are going to try to push their luck and try to, 1, go back to courts, not get an injunction nullifying this, what's it called? This court injunction, ex parte motion that Fubara is acting on, that I assigned the budget on. And once they clear that out, make a move to impeach him. And then Fubara will also counteract. So they will cancel each other out. If Fubara survives the impeachment, then he can go all out and go for the jugglers. So part of the jugglers and counteraction will be fighting dirty. So probably very soon, I see a lot of, frontal attacks like, I'm sure, I just hope Wiki has the CFO of his house in Port Harcourt, because if anything is missing in those papers, everything might be used against him at this point in time. So it will get dirtier in the coming days. So I think we've passed all of the stage of the deceit stage, the alignment stage. All of this, you are seeing this resignation now at the alignment stage. I'm sure they've called the alignment stage those to come to arms and say, you know what, if you are with Wiki, stand with, if you are with Fubara, stand with Fubara. Then it's going to be all out. Fubara definitely will get his own replacement. And in fact, like I said, the 27 had their own plenary yesterday in another area in Port Harcourt, where they condemned the activities of the governor and all of that. So probably once they can get courts to be able to counteract the ex parte, they will move to impeach him. So probably next week or before the end of the year or early next year, they are going to be moved to impeach Fubara. If he survives, then he
him on what offense? For demolishing the building, or what did he do that he wants to impeach him?
I mean, all the governors that have been impeached in Nigeria, if you look back at the result of his squabble, there's never really been any offense. They would just cook up anything. I mean, the deputy governor they were trying to impeach, what was his offense? They would just put up trumped-up charges against you. That's what they will normally do. So it's never been an offense. It's about their own political expedience. And that's why I keep telling Nigerians, don't die in the war of these politicians. It's about them in the end. It's never about an offense. Fubaras don't know wrong now, but it's never about an offense. It's about how they fight their fights. So...
and Fubara has signed the 800 billion naira budget into law. He did it in front of the 4 people. It seems to be...
I mean, I'm happy that at least Fubara can get on with governance because that's what matters. I saw the budget. What really matters is how the Rivers people can get some projects working for them and all of that. I think that should be the major priority here. So, let's see how it pans out. But the legality of this, we've had lawyers to argue back and forth. Some have said, yes, since the court has given the affirmation to this group of people that it's legal and all of that. But in coming days, we'll see more legal fireworks. So, and there are going to be three battlegrounds. Number 1, the physical battleground. Number 2, the legal battleground. And 3, the court of public opinion battleground. As he speaks today, the court of opinion battleground is shifting towards Fubara because he's the underdog in the fight. And a lot of people are feeling like, Wike's own is too much. But hey, the thing also is, if Wike wins in the court, what happens to Fubara? So there are many dynamics to this fight, but we'll see how it pans out. It's interesting times.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting, like a football match. The way you are analyzing it, it's quite interesting. In all of this fight, it's the people that will suffer.
It's game theory. It's game theory. It's a fight for supremacy. And see, Wike and Fubara is not going to be the first one. People have gone through this in the past. Amechi fought his own at some point. Even Wike said fought his own. So it's a battle of supremacy. And at the 2019 election, Wike was still fighting the battle of supremacy in Rivers State with Amechi. You saw what happened and how the military was everywhere, was highly militarized. The killings that happened in the 2019 governorship election. But it was after the election that Wike consolidated. And you will see that most of his consolidation was now full-fledged. After that, he won that 2019 election. And that's why in the part of consolidation, he was doing everything possible to be able to consolidate even with his party and gaining favor with his party. That was when he singularly decided to host the party primaries of the PDP then in Port Harcourt, to show that he cares for the party and all of that. All of that were things that he did on the line of consolidating power then. But now the tables are turning against him. So it's always a normal struggle if you read games theory properly.
People would say that if Fubara is playing the victim, he should stop it. Because he said if he had bought the form for the primaries of the PDP on his own, he wouldn't have been able to win the election. That there were things that they agreed. Why is he going against it? Another school of thought is saying that if you dash somebody, you dash somebody goats. Why are you keeping the rope? You give and goats. Why they keep the rope? So
so that's a valid argument. But some other people too will counteract the argument by saying people too put Wike in there. So Wike cannot play God. Because we cannot exonerate the emergence of Wike from the likes of the wife of former President Goodluck Jonathan that spoke for him then. So there were people that supported him. So if you are now saying, Fubara came through his route, yes, we admit that. But Wike too came through other people's routes. So in game theory, how you enter the game does not matter. The question is it a zero-sum game? Have you won the game? Or is it even Stevens? That's just it. So Wike now saying, I bought you and I did that and everything and all of that. People too can claim that he facilitated Wike getting being governor. So that's just it. But most importantly, the sad part for me is that the people are the ones that are suffering in all of this, as these people are doing their shenanigans. I just hope this does not dampen the much needed development that needs to come to the Garden City. Rivers State was a beautiful place. At some point, it was called the Garden City because people actually had a lot of lush gardens. That was why it was called the Garden City. The early colonialists that had investments, they had big gardens. You had companies, you had the likes. But all of that have been frittered away because of unemployment now to violence, to killings and cult boys and things like that. So we need to bring Rivers State back to its former glory.
Yes, sir. And they need to end this crisis so that the courts don't take sides, and before you see they start killing each other and it becomes something else in Rivers. Now,
yes,
yeah. We have other stories here. Let me just go through some of them so that you just analyze everything together. They said kidnappers return to Lagos. They adopt two. They are asking for 500 million naira ransom. Fuel price, reject World Bank 750 naira per liter. That's what NLC is saying, telling them that please. And another one here, it's about INEC. INEC is rejecting the 40 billion naira allocation. They rejected that it will not be enough for the activities they have to do.
I mean, INEC should first justify why, with all the amounts they spent on INEC the first time, about $1 billion as at then, 360 billion or thereabouts, it couldn't hold an elections that were devoid of rancor. All the promises failed. Till today, INEC has not justified to us what happened, what caused the technical glitch at only the presidential election. Because there were two elections that day. There were Senate elections, House of Rep and presidential election. Those other ones did not have technical glitch. You could upload results, but only the presidential election, technical glitch happened. So INEC has not been able to justify monies hitherto spent. Now they are talking about all of this. I know very soon they are going to begin the process again of registration of new voters and everything. But they have not been able to solve the logistical nightmare that comes with PVC. I mean, permanent voters card that a lot of people cannot get. So there are many challenges INEC needs to fix and look internally. I think what I would even call for is a total overhaul of INEC. INEC has shown too many times a lack of capacity to be able to do its work. The second story of kidnappers returning, I mean, with the state of the economy, you would only expect that. It's even more pervasive. Now you have kidnapping everywhere, you have killings everywhere and all of that. The sake of insecurity generally has returned in Nigeria because of the poor state of the economy. And that's why we keep begging the government to stand in the gap and do what is right for the people. And it's just a sad one. And it's also the Ember month, so we have to be careful.
Yes, so we have to. World Igbo Congress, they urges the Supreme Court to free Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Nnamdi Kanu is still in custody. So the Sun this morning that they are urging the Supreme Court to free him so that we know that issue is done.
I mean, let the court take its course, let the court rule. But I mean, we had a substantive judgment by the Court of Appeal, and I had read that judgment many times when they freed Nnamdi Kanu and all of that. So let justice, but most importantly, we need to be able to rebuild our country, rebuild the Southeast, because I keep asking, why is it that people like Nnamdi Kanu are relevant today if we don't have those cases of marginalization against the Igbos? And we have to say the truth. There's been marginalization. So how can we build an inclusive government? I mean, these were the likes of the things. And today I pay tribute, to former governor of Anambra State, Ezife, that passed at the age of 85. These were the things Ezife fought for all this while. But we never really got to achieving all of these things. So we need a fair country for all. We need a country where a Yoruba man will not care where a Hausa man is from, and we can all work together. Most importantly, we can be Nigerian. And you see, it's not that we are not united. It's because our political actors use ethnicity to divide us. Across board, personal relationship, we're largely united across board. But it's when our political actors went to get their way, like they did in the last elections in Lagos, that they start to sow these embers of division. But it starts from the leadership. If we can have leaders that can truly, bring people together, then we can get a lot done. I mean, the East is beautiful. I took a road trip. I was in Onitsha last week. I was in Oka last week. And I took a trip across the first and second Niger. And I saw the beauty of the area and the industry of the area. But what we just need is good governance across board so that, we can all enjoy as being Nigerians. This is the best place on earth. Nigerians have no business running to other parts of the world, living in the cold and in the snow and things like that. Nigerians used to love to come back to their country. Most of Nigerians that went to school abroad in the 70s, they all came back to Nigeria because it was better off here. But bad leadership destroyed everything. And we need to do better and remove selfish people from our system.
Talking about doing better, the president is saying that having Akpabio, Abbas at my side as NAS leaders is enough to make him succeed.
I mean, yeah, it's enough to make him succeed because Mr. Akpabio has shown that they are a copy and paste legislature, not even rubber stamp. You see, and these are the things we keep talking. We must have a truly independent National Assembly. We must have an assembly that is truly independent. Mr. Akpabio is going around celebrating his birthday where people are suffering, where there's a lot of pain in the land. And the president is saying he's happy having it by side because it's rubber stamp. We must have a National Assembly that holds the government accountable. And we must do right by the people. So all of that is saying, how does he help the people? How does he help the people? And you see, in the country where you're having too much chummy relationship between the National Assembly and the presidency, then it's suspect. And you really ask what's going on there. So for me, I will want something that will benefit the people more. And hey, the National Assembly, they too have been corporate. Although we praise them for donating money to the victims in Kaduna for donating their salaries, but they too also collected 160 million to buy cars. And recently I was seeing a session where I was just laughing. Senator Adams Oshiomhole was attacking the Minister of Trade. Anyway, his point was good that most of the procurement they were making as regards cars were the Nigerian-made cars. I like that. But somebody should ask Senator Oshiomhole that the cars that the lawmakers were buying were they Nigerian-made cars. So charity too must begin at home. If you want to, catch trips, like they say in local parlance with the trade minister, how about you, the senators? They too must be made to buy cars. So, they must be made to buy Nigerian-made cars. So this frolicking, President Tinubu saying, I'm happy because, once I have a bag, it's because they are rubber stamps. We need people that can hold the executive accountable. Not just oversight, but real scrutiny.
Thank you very much, Rufai Oseni. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
Bless you. See you all at the party tomorrow if I can make it in. I love you all. Thank you all for listening and supporting VOP.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bumper 2024. In 1 year, we've done so much. In 2 years, VOP will be ruling everywhere. Bless you all.
By the grace of God. Thank you very much, Rufai. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care of yourself. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk with Obed Awede. We'll look at the River State story, what's happening there, and then we'll open the phone lines. Keep it here.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I have Obed Awede joining me today. He is Chairman Editorial Board Politics Now newspaper. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Mary, and good morning, VOPFM.
It's been long, oh. It's been ages since we spoke.
Yes, so it's the Emiliocon's struggle. We have been struggling it morning to night, down to the morning, every day. Well, but by God's grace, we'll actually conquer.
We'll skate through. Now, I would like your take on the River State crisis, because we're looking at it. It's getting really interesting. We have that Fubara signed the 800 billion naira budget into law. Wike is over there. Wike men are beginning to align. Everybody's aligning. And the next thing that you will see in future is impeachment. I'd like to get your view on the struggles, what's happening in River State, and to predict the possible outcome of all of this.
Well, it's quite unfortunate what we are seeing in River State, but of course, River State has been in the news for those kind of things over the past 15 years or so, right from Amechi's time. If you recall, when Amechi was governor, the tail end when he defected to the APC, Wike, well, it is believed, Wike using all these other lawmakers and the rest of them that are now in his camp were the ones who wanted to take out Amechi. And they mobilized just about 5 of them. You know, went to the assembly, there were fights, so on and so on in the House Assembly. This same Amewule was a lawmaker there, the leader of the Wike faction in River State was the lawmaker, and they came out with a plan to impeach Amechi then. But you see, in life, all these things come full circle. Now it has come full circle to them. They are on the receiving end of resistance of the governor, and of course his own unusual methods of trying to remain in office. It is not uncommon what Fubara did when the assembly was destroyed. I know that once you had that fire, it would be a basis for the government to say, "Oh, look, we had a structural problem and we took it up." Perhaps he could have done it nicely, maybe days before, come out with a report and so on and so forth, and then go ahead to demolish it. But what he has done is fait accompli. He's done it already, and the thing is that he has power. If you draw from the playbook of Emiloko Tinubu, you see this power. You have to snatch it, you grab it, and run with it. Fubara has snatched, he has grabbed, he's running with it. These other guys will be on the other side, they'll be doing their meetings, and the rest of them, the commissioners will leave. I read one newspaper headline said that 4 commissioners dump the governor. Commissioners cannot dump a governor. It is just impossible. The commissioners left because they know that they were about to be sacked, because the governor knows that he has 5 columnists, enemies in the Executive Council who were, in fact, most of the commissioners were nominated by Wike. He knows those people are feeling uncomfortable. They know that, look, they cannot continue. And so they have left. They provided him easy route for him to actually run his government fully without having Amechi loyalists within his inner circle and the rest of them. But it is quite unfortunate what's happening. Unfortunately, unfortunately that people do not learn, they don't learn from history. If we knew how things were actually going and how things happened between him and Amechi, it should have been a lot more laid back. You've already, and another somebody as your successor. Let him govern. In fact, in all the clips we've been saying, he said that, look, he doesn't want to be involved. The man is governor, he should be governor. But you want to micromanage him. You want to control him, the way he spends money and the rest of them. The budget that the man passed 2 days ago, we should run a wishy-washy budget presentation, just about 5 of them. But it is that, what is law? That is what de facto, that is what is happening at that moment. These are the guys that are in control at this moment. Until you have a superior judgment from a judgment from a superior court or the Rivers High Court that gave that order, vacates it because it's meeting on December 21st. Except if vacates that order and allows those 27 to actually operate. That is the law at this time. These are the lawmakers. Those 5 members are actually the Rivers State House of Assembly. They considered it, they passed it in just one day. And the speaker was very laughable when he said that. He said, we considered every item for this 800 billion budget, but that doesn't count anymore, because a lot of people are looking at the whole thing in the wider context of the Wike Fubara fight. Now, in that budget, the man made provision for completing some of Amechi's projects that were abandoned 8 years ago. the Songhai project and the rest of them. And Wike has never hidden his disdain for Amaechi and his projects. He wants to make it that Amaechi has no legacy at all in that state, but he really stayed for 8 years or so, or almost 7 years. He really stayed for because he had Omeya first. He really stayed for about 7 years, 7.5 years. Now, you don't want that man projects that were done to be completed. Meanwhile, you look back to Buhari, who was an APC president that took over from Jonathan. He still went ahead with Jonathan's projects. So you see that Wike is so egotistic and small-minded. So that small-mindedness is actually what has created the problem. A larger person would have said, "Oh no, there's no problem. You can go ahead and consult and do those projects." So what the governor is doing is to make sure that he actually worms his way into all the political actors in the state who have been relegated by Wike in the last 8 years, and these guys will form the bulwark of support for him. I was telling you off, backstage that look, that I believe that the governor has control at this moment. All these guys that are resigning, the commissioners, the other factional members, and the rest of them, they will deal with these things in court. And then Tinubu knows that if he doesn't handle Rivers State very well, he will have an economic problem, because Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. In terms of oil resources, the major export terminal, Bonny, is in Rivers State. So most of the major oil wells are in the rivers, Bayelsa, Axis, up to the Delta, and these areas are actually controlled by Ijo and Ijo-speaking peoples. So and you find that the major militants from that area have identified with Fubara that if you get into a major conflict on the streets, I believe that we actually have a lost battle. Fubara self has even tried, because if it was Wike that this was happening to, I would assure you that by now he would have demolished Wike's house. He would have demolished the governor's house. He would have been demolishing all the opponents' houses in the name of contravention of laws. So it is that Fubara learned well from Wike. He's a very good graduate of his school. So as a good graduate of his school, if Wike doesn't handle it well, you find that some of the things that he has, properties and the rest of them, because this man knows where all the bodies are buried. He was an accountant. He knows where all the bodies are buried. So he will have a lot of problem. So it's really sad for the state, but I believe that it's actually it's something that's actually inevitable for the governor to have his freedom to run that state.
Thank you very much, Ubeda. I know we can talk some more on what's happening in Rivers State, but because of time, let's open the phone lines. Maybe by tomorrow there'll be a follow-up. We're still waiting to see what Wike would do about all of this.
On Monday, yes. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Yeah,
enjoy your weekend. Now, the phone lines are open for you to call in and join the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name and location?
This is Udagudo from Itolo.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
If we can, may they do anything, like if to say governor, the present governor, make they appoint another commissioner. If governor get mad to appoint commissioners. Mary.
Yeah.
Governor can appoint the commissioners.
Of course.
And it's better, may they just go their way. I like as the action did. That's my condition. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. And let's get to talk this morning. You can send in a WhatsApp message also. 0700 903 903 9. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sister Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Peter Monte. Good to have you today.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank God it's Friday as well.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mary, my concern is about what the Supreme Court will do about Nnamdi Kanu. Over the times, I've been asking questions. Why is Nnamdi Kanu still being detained? Because with all the judgments that have gone in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, and the recent one that has told us that what IPOB is doing is not terrorism, and that IPOB is not a terrorist group. That was the court that made that pronouncement. And they even awarded, I think, 8 billion naira in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, telling us that this guy is a free man, is a freedom fighter. And why did the government still appeal and still keep this man. This is where I don't understand. That the government cannot obey the judgment of the not only one, not twice, not thrice, about 4 times. And one judgment was saying, return him to Kenya. That you violated the global rule on this. During this man, you brought him in illegally. And they did not return him to Kenya. Because that the military violated his human rights by invading his hometown. And they wanted costs. So tell me, somebody should let me know, please, why is the government keeping Nnamdi Kanu? And finally, please, on the new commissioner of police in Lagos State, I think we are tired of talk. One will come and talk, one will come and talk. And the area boys are still causing so much menace. And some of these police officers that carry gun and stand on the road and rob people, I've been telling them, let me say this finally. This morning I will want the new commissioner to focus on Akpata Street, by that Akpata Junction. There are these police officers led by one woman, fair in complexion. I have been asking for a name. Nobody could get me a name or could give me a name. I wanted to broadcast her name so that he should go to that place, lay ambush. Don't just talk, lay ambush at night. You will catch these people. And so that Lagos could be sanitized. And bandit and kidnapping has returned to Lagos.
Thank you.
No. The commissioner, you have a lot of work to do. And do it well. God will help you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Peter Monse. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call if you want to join the conversation. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Yes, Ikan calling you from Solo.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Mr. Ikan.
One of your headlines this morning said, the likes of Akpabio and the speaker will make him succeed.
Yeah.
It is true, it will make him succeed. Because whatever budget they brought to them, they will sign it, they will pass it, and then give it to you. So that I can continue to borrow and borrow and borrow. No problem. You are watching. Today, Tan is going to court. And we believe if the federal government wants peace in the southeast, want peace in the whole nation, they should release that man. After all, they have not found anything so bad that will continue to retain that man for no court. It is sad that things like this, the federal government will not obey court orders. So let us see and let us know what is going to happen at the end of today. Thank you and have a nice weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ikan. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. I want to read some of the messages before I go back to the phone line. Okay, this is from Chika Bende from Trade Fair. Says Nnamdi Kanu must be let loose today with all honesty, so there will be peace in the southeast. And on the political crisis in Rivers State, if allowed for too long, Wefesta and government should know that any threat to security of lives and security anywhere is a threat of security everywhere. I have said it again that Wike should be warned to allow Governor Fubara to perform his duties, and the governor should maintain his ground without any fear. Chika Bende from Trade Fair. Thank you for sending in that message. Prince Ayote from Arena Market says, good morning, Mary. Thank God it's Friday. River State and Anambra State is different from other states in Nigeria. No one plays godfatherism in both states. Mr. Wike should not know that what goes around comes around. From Peter Odili to Amechi to Wike, and now is the turn of Fubara. Mary, today is the day that real Igbos are waiting in great anticipation of the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Let his release be a Christmas gift for us. But if they do otherwise, we the Igbos will not be happy with the federal government. It's not a good omen for commissioners to resign. Who is going to work with the governor? Please let them resolve whatever problem is for the good of the people of River State. Okay, thank you. Say, Mary, am I coming for the VOP party tomorrow? You're welcome to come for the VOP party tomorrow. Prince Ayotech. And also we have Adegboye Gadedeji says, good morning, Mary. If you're supporting Fubara, the current governor of River State, you are supporting impunity. And if you choose to stand with Wike, you are supporting gangsterism and corruption. Either way, both parties are not fighting for the interest of the people of the state. How will this fight put food on the table of an average River State people? So don't die in their war. Adegboye Gadedeji, thank you very much for sending in that message. I'll take calls, then I'll get back to the phone line. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning to you, ma'am. What's your name and location?
My name is Chinwe.
Oh, Madam Chinwe, welcome.
From
okay, welcome. Go ahead.
Please, Ma, I'm using this opportunity to ask the federal government, the Supreme Court, all the whole world, to please, today is Nnamdi Kanu's court here. Please let them release that man. He's a freedom fighter. They have been violating the law of federal government, or if they did not even release this man today, it's not good. It's not good. All the courts have asked them to release him. They still hold this man. It's unfair. Mary, I will use this opportunity to ask, we that used to burn our data, are we accepted to come to VOP year of the party tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chiu.
Yeah.
Okay. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. I want to read this message from Comrade Godfrey from Surulere. He says, Mary, I am asking, shouldn't the likes of Wike be arrested? If for nothing, that he openly confessed that he paid the electoral fees for all the elected officials in River State. Doesn't that amount to bribery and corruption? We are analyzing. You sent this thing yesterday. Oh. You almost sent the same message yesterday. Look at it. We are analyzing all this happening. Oh my goodness. Send another one. Thank you. Let me stop there. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Tony Okeke.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm calling from Shasha.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
I was following the program, the newspaper headline this morning. Yeah. I want to share the concerning Wike and Ubara. You know, nothing goes for nothing. Wike has doing his own. Last time ago is the time of Amechi. Now is the time of Wike. I know after this it will be the time of Ubara. So it just turn by turn for everybody. All of them, all those things are happening. If you look at it, no one is considering the benefit of the masses of the state. If you want to look at among of the governors that entered now, look at it's only one governor in only one state that doesn't have any what they call godfatherism or no godfatherism. It's only at the state which is less roti. But the rest of the governors that entered now come with godfatherism. And if you watch them, they won't do anything that will benefit the masses. Likewise, the president of the country. It's the same way they are flowing, the same way they are going. So it's just like, let them keep it on. One day, monkey will go back and go return. Because I need Wike. And let me go to Nnamdi Kanu, the president of the country and the leader of the country of Nigeria. Please, we are pleading, we are saying please and please. Let him, even though he don't have anything for Easterners, let him do this for the reason Nnamdi Kanu for them. is bring a Christmas gift and a Christmas offering to them.
Yeah,
I believe if you can do this for them this Christmas,
thank you.
Time, I think they will forget him for one day, one to another.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution this morning. 0700 903 903 903. Honesty from Isola said, "Good morning, Mary. You cannot beat a child and ask him not to cry. Bad governance in the nation leads to increase in succession requests from various individuals and section of Nigerians. Why the government that makes law also violate them? For God's sake, let the needful be done on Nnamdi Kanu's case." Thank you very much for your message. Let me head on to YouTube and take a few of the messages that we have there. Okay, let's see. We'll start from the very beginning. Like Evelyn Hart says, "Good morning. Good morning to you." Ifike Mwambudu says, "Good morning, Mary and all VOP crew." Thank you very much. Excellency Kumiri says, "Good morning. Good morning." Okay, Chilled Powder, good morning to you. Zikia Bayomi said, Merry Christmas to you and Rufai of Mass. Well done. About river government matter, that matter is not for public. It's a greediness. God will judge all of them. Thank you very much. Anna says, "Good morning." Good morning to you, Anna. And then we have Rems Sheon says, "Why won't a price skyrocket when?" Okay, thank you very much. I can take that. Thank you. I'll go back to the phone line, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call, and then we get to talk this morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Madam Sandra.
Madam Sandra, this is Mary.
Sorry. Good morning. I win a lottery this morning.
Good morning to you. Yeah, go ahead.
I wish I could consider like this. I'm authority by name.
Okay, authority. Go ahead. Where are you calling from, authority?
Mushin.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Authority. Go ahead.
I will just employ our government to do the needful. On behalf of Nnamdi Kanu, they should respect the rule of law and they should release him. And again, concerning the word of our president, Ashwadi Bola Tinubu, that is okay with the Akpabio and the other man. Yeah, we all understand what that means. Let them continue their rubber stamping something. But I will just employ Nigerians. 2027 is here. We need to begin to orientate ourselves and do the needful. And let us ask questions. Let us stand and ask questions. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate your authority. Let me take a few messages here. Mike from Isola said, "Good morning, Mary. What goes around turns around. Wike should know that he is reaping. All his properties will soon be confiscated. His commissioners are on the run. Let court allow Nnamdi Kanu to go home and let peace be in the southeast." Mike, thank you very much, Mike, for your message. And Kayo Day from Jakonde Esther said, "Good morning, VOP. This government should obey court order and please and release Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they holding up to him?" Okay, thank you for that, your message. Good morning, Mary, and Merry Christmas. I am Sonny P from Ogun State. As for Wike and his successor, I am just watching both. I believe that Wike must fail and fail Yakata. Okay, fail and for Yakata. Let Wike leave Fubara and the people of River State to breathe. Thank you very much for your message. And we have this one saying, "My name is Daniel from Idimu." Says, "Number one, Fubara is showing that he is a good disciple of Wike. He learned well from him. Number two, Nigerian government have no reason keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. No court has ever convicted him of any crime. Keeping him in their custody is to more problems in the southeast." Thank you very much for your message. And I think that's it this morning. Thank you very much. Time is up. can't take more calls or messages. I really do appreciate you. Coming up next is Ogendibo. Yeah, you don't want to miss that program. You should stick around for it. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. I'll be here again by 9:30 for business around town. Do not change the dial.